You pay for the VPN, you set it up, you feel safe, and then you walk into a coffee shop, connect to the public Wi-Fi, open your banking app, and realize you forgot to turn on your VPN before you left the house. Hackers don't need to crack your encryption, they just need you to check your bank account unprotected. But CyberGhost says that their 2026 updates will change that. Their newest updates can take that human error completely off the table. So today we're testing if this VPN can actually run by itself. So we know that conditional VPN automation sounds like something you'd fall asleep to in a college programming lecture. But this matters a lot more than you think. Over 70% of VPN users have exposed their private data at some point simply because they forgot to hit the connect button before opening a sensitive app. Again, 70%. That's more a human flaw than a security flaw. Conditional VPN automation is essentially CyberGhost's way of removing that human step entirely. Their smart rules feature lets you set conditions like automatically activating the VPN the moment you connect to public Wi-Fi or open a sensitive app. No manual connect button, it just knows. So let me break it down with an analogy. A standard VPN is like having a bodyguard on speed dial. The guy is huge, trained, he could probably bench press your car. But you actually have to remember to call him before you walk into a dangerous neighborhood. You forget to call him, and you're now out there on your own. Well, CyberGhost has now upgraded the bodyguard service to a personal secret agent called Smart Rules. You don't call them, you don't text them. The moment you reach for your wallet to pay for something, they step out of the shadows and shield you. No action required on your end, and that's the difference here. And that difference is exactly what we're gonna put to the test in today's video. All right, this is the headline feature for 2026, and it's the reason I wanted to do this review in the first place. Smart Rules is CyberGhost's automation engine, and it sits right here in the app under its own dedicated tab. And again, the concept here is pretty simple. You tell CyberGhost when to activate, where to connect, and what to launch, and then you never think about it again. Let me show you how this works. I'm gonna create a rule right now. When I open the Netflix app, automatically connect me to the US streaming server. Done. 3 clicks, and from this point forward, every time I launch Netflix on this device, CyberGhost fires up the VPN, connects to the right server, and I'm watching US content before the logo animation finishes. But it goes even deeper than that. Smart Rules has 4 categories. You can set launch rules, so the VPN connects the second you open the app. You can configure Wi-Fi rules that detect whether a network is secured or unsecured and react accordingly. So if you connect to an unencrypted Wi-Fi at a coffee shop, CyberGhost kicks in automatically without you lifting a finger. You can define app rules that trigger a server connection when specific programs launch, and you can set exceptions to exclude certain websites from the VPN tunnel entirely, so your local banking site or Google Maps can still use your real location. This really is the ultimate set it and forget it feature for non-technical people. Most VPNs give you a connect button and call it a day. CyberGhost is the only one I've tested that offers this level of conditional automation baked directly into the app. And it's available on both Windows and Mac OS, with the Windows version offering a few extra options like site-level split tunneling. Okay, sounds great, but let's talk numbers. CyberGhost operates over 11,690 servers spread across 100 countries. To give you some context, NordVPN has around 8,000 and Surfshark sits at roughly 3,200. So CyberGhost's network is one of the largest we've seen from any provider, and that kind of coverage matters when you need fast, stable connections no matter where you are in the world. But the server count alone isn't what makes this interesting. What makes CyberGhost stand out for streaming is how they've organized the whole experience. Inside the app, there's a dedicated for streaming tab, and instead of dumping you into a list of 100 countries and wishing you luck, CyberGhost labels each server by the platform it's optimized for. You'll see Netflix US, BBC iPlayer UK, Hulu, Disney Plus US, Peacock, over 100 specialty servers spread across 22 countries, each one tuned to unblock a specific service. It's as simple as picking the label that matches what you want to watch, connect to it, and you're in. They also offer a smart DNS feature, which lets you stream on devices that don't natively support VPN apps like smart TVs and gaming consoles. So your Apple TV, your PlayStation, your Fire Stick, they're all covered and protected. CyberGhost team also actively monitors and updates their servers to make sure platforms don't block them, and in our testing, we were able to safely access over 30 major streaming services globally, and that kind of reliability is hard to find at this price point. CyberGhost is headquartered in Bucharest, Romania, and that matters a lot more than it sounds. Romania isn't part of the Five Eyes, Nine Eyes, or 14 Eyes surveillance alliances. The country actually refused to adopt the EU Data Retention Directive. In practical terms, that means CyberGhost can't be legally forced to log your data or hand it over to foreign intelligence agencies. They don't record your browsing history, your IP address, or your session data. And this isn't just a talking point, it has also been put to the test. Their no-logs policy has been independently audited twice by Deloitte Romania, confirming that CyberGhost does not track or store user activity. They've also been publishing quarterly transparency reports since 2011, which is something that most competitors didn't start doing until years later. But here's where CyberGhost takes privacy a step further. No spy servers. These are premium servers that are fully owned, housed, and physically operated by CyberGhost staff in their private data center in Romania. Only vetted CyberGhost employees can even walk into the room where these machines are running. Why does that matter? Well, because a vast majority of VPN providers, including some big names out there, rent their servers from data center companies. And that means a third party has physical access to the hardware that your traffic is running through. With no spy, that risk is eliminated. The servers use dedicated uplinks and premium hardware, so you're getting better performance alongside the stronger privacy. So if you're someone who takes their digital footprint seriously, the no spy option is a genuine differentiator. All of that being said, CyberGhost does have some real limitations you should know about before you buy. First, simultaneous connections. CyberGhost caps you at 7 devices per subscription, and that's perfectly fine for most individuals, but if you're trying to cover an entire household, then it's worth knowing that competitors like Surfshark offer unlimited connections on a single plan. So if you have a family of 4 and everyone's running a phone and a laptop, then those 7 slots will fill up pretty fast. Second, split tunneling is inconsistent across platforms. On Android, the split tunneling feature works well and gives you proper app-level control. On Windows, it's limited to website-level exceptions through a Smart Rules tab. Functional, yes, but not as granular. And on macOS, split tunneling is essentially absent. Third, restrictive countries. CyberGhost doesn't have advanced obfuscation, which means if you're trying to use a VPN in places like China or Russia, then this isn't the tool for that job. The VPN lacks the ability to disguise its traffic as regular browsing, and their own support team confirms that connections in those regions aren't guaranteed. These aren't deal breakers for most people, but they're important to flag so that you're making an informed decision for your situation. All right, let's put a number on everything we've just covered. This is where CyberGhost makes its strongest case. If you go with the 2-year plan, CyberGhost comes in at roughly $2.19 a month, and they typically throw in a couple of bonus months as well. That puts your total around $56.94 for over 2 years of full VPN coverage. And when you factor in its 11,000 plus servers, dedicated streaming profiles, no spy privacy, and Smart Rules automation, at that price point, CyberGhost is difficult to beat. And then there's the refund policy. Most VPNs give you 30 days to test the product and ask for your money back. CyberGhost gives you 45 days. That's an extra 2 full weeks to stress test every feature, try every server, stream everything you want, and still walk away with a full refund if you don't like it. And simply put, a company that's uncertain about its product or service doesn't offer that kind of refund window. So here's the bottom line. If your goal is manually configuring DNS settings or routing traffic through multi-hop chains, then CyberGhost probably isn't built for you. There are definitely more technical VPNs out there for that crowd. But if you want a VPN that comes with a massive server network, labels everything so clearly that your parents could use it, and automatically protects you the second that you open your apps, then CyberGhost is the undisputed king of convenience in 2026. The Smart Rules automation alone puts it in a category that most competitors just haven't figured out how to match yet. So to lock in the cheapest promotional pricing and claim your 45-day money-back guarantee, then use the exclusive link down in the description below. That link gets you the best available rate and helps support this channel at the same time, which we really appreciate. And if you want to see how CyberGhost stacks up against the fastest VPN on the market, then click right here to watch our CyberGhost versus ExpressVPN showdown. Don't forget to drop a comment and let us know how you use your VPN. Your setup might just inspire a future video. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.